Hi, sixth graders. Today we're talking about research and the use of databases. And today in the presentation, I'm going to talk a little bit about what databases are, how they are different from internet resources, how you can find database articles on that which you're researching, and how to keep track of your resources, cite those before you get into taking notes on the information that you're finding. Let's get started with a quick video that is just going to take about a minute to tell you a little bit about what databases are.
One of the greatest resources the library has to offer is its database collection. A fact that raises an important question. What exactly is a library database anyway? And how do you use one? Fortunately, it's nothing like this. A library database is an online collection filled with academic information from loads of different sources, such as periodicals like magazines and newspapers, or reference sources like books, even videos and music. And all of these resources have been paid for by the library, so they're available to you free of charge. But all that great information isn't just crammed into one database. Libraries have lots of databases, each one focused on a particular subject, like psychology, art history, or English, all of which offer articles filled with valuable information. Articles that are easily searchable and organized by subject. And best of all, you can focus your search on sources that are verified and peer-reviewed. And if you still can't track down that perfect article, don't worry. There's somebody at the library who's fully trained and ready to help. So together, you'll always find just what you need.
So to talk a little about what library databases are, some of what they touched on in that video is that it's an online collection of academic information. These databases include information from all kinds of places. Rather than stacking up magazines, newspapers, academic journals, and more, it's one electronic place that holds all that information, and it's organized in a way that makes it easy to search. It also, the databases contain reliable information from credible sources, meaning it's information that you know you can trust, it's accurate information, it's information that has been reviewed and evaluated and has been fact checked. So we're going to look a little bit more into really the difference between doing an electronic database search and going to the internet. Certainly, doing research online and going to the internet is another great place to find some good research stuff. But starting with the databases is a terrific place to begin. And I hope that in watching this next video and talking through a few of the differences, that might convince you as well.
Hi, I'm Database with Purdue Libraries.
And I'm Google.
Hey Google, did you hear Brian has a report that's due tomorrow?
Oh, I did hear that, and I already helped him out.
Yeah? Did you get any good results?
I had 3,211,064 results in 0.8 seconds.
Impressive. Was he able to use any of those results, much less go past the first page?
He pretty much stuck to my top 5 results, number 1 being Wikipedia.
Why are Wikipedia and Yahoo Answers always your top results?
Probably because they're the best.
Right. Did you know I can give you access to hundreds of credible journals and articles available only to Purdue students? Brian can use every single one of those to complete his well-supported report.
You don't say. Let me put Purdue Libraries into Google. 0 results found.
All right, so it's kind of a silly little video just to show how Google can be a bit more of a disorganized way to research. It's terrific for, as he said, or she said, finding movie results, looking up information, about the latest actor or actress, finding info about your pet. Maybe not the best place to go when you're looking for organized information for research purposes. Databases really is going to be your best bet when you want to save time. So here's just a quick bit of information about some differences between those two. Databases contain content that is written by experts and it's evaluated for accuracy, meaning it's fact checked. We make sure in those databases that that information is written by people who know what they're talking about, and it's evaluated to make sure that those articles are true, that they're factual, that the information there is the real deal. Databases are also purchased in our district with the help of teachers and librarians to support your research. So the things in those databases are set up in there for you for the purpose of the things that you're looking to research. Now, on the internet, as you know, information is not being evaluated all the time for accuracy. It's, sometimes correct, but it might be incorrect. It may be misleading or biased. Some resources are free, some cost money, some have nothing to do with your topic. So, you have to be a bit more cautious about what you're looking for when you go to the internet. You have to ask yourself, the people who are putting things out there, is this information that I can trust? Who's writing this information? Do they know what they're talking about? Are they an expert on this topic? Are they looking to make money? All those things have to be running through your mind as you're going through each of the results on the internet. With databases, you don't have to do that. It's already been done for you. This chart is a little hard to read, but it also goes through, what makes Googling results a little bit different. Yes, it's quicker, or it can be quicker to Google something, but anybody can publish something on the internet. It may take you a long time to get quality information. You may have to search through thousands, if not millions, of results to get the quality info that you need. With databases, you have less results, but they're more relevant, meaning they're going to be connected to your topic. The things that you find there are easy to search. And just again, to point out that this is quality information where the people who are talking about it actually know what they mean. They're actually experts in their field. So once again, you don't have to be asking yourself, was this written by a third grade student for a project? Did they do their research to know, what they were writing about? Lots of reasons to use databases, and we hope that in convincing you of that, it's going to make sense why your teachers are asking you to use it for this research project. There are a couple ways to get to the databases. One way is through our VMSS homepage and to go actually into the library homepage. It's a little bit clunky to do that even when we're sitting in Valley Middle School. To do so, the links are a little bit hard to find. Excuse me. Plus, there isn't an easy way for you to access that from home. So the way that I'm going to show you today, and the way I would show you actually even if we were sitting at Valley, is through Schoology. This is our preferred method to do so. It's the way that you're going to see us doing it in each of your classes moving forward. So you'll notice my box over here on the right. Neither way involves Google, meaning because our school district pays for these databases, you wouldn't be able to just go on to Google and find the info that we're going to find here. We're going to begin by going to Schoology to get to our databases today. When we do, we're going to get into groups right away and click on your VMS class of 2026, your 6th grade class page. On the left, we're clicking on resources. And the first link at the top in resources is called Middle School Online Resources. This was added by Mr. Welter back in October. And then because we are at home and not in the actual school building, we're going to be clicking on this very important big blue button titled At Home Access. If we miss this step, we are not going to get into the databases. It's going to ask us for login information. So we need to be sure to click on this blue button first to get into all the great databases that are located below. From here, it's listing all the databases that we have access to. Everything from Gale in Context, Opposing Viewpoints. There's some global issues in U.S. history. We have one that is just specific to science topics. and so on. The one that I'm going to recommend we look to for your project today is Gale in Context Biography. It's about halfway down. The reason we're looking at this one is because you are studying people. And of course, biography are stories about people's lives. If we were to type in the name of one of my favorite young adult authors, Gordon Corman, and click on search, this is going to bring up his name here. Tells you just briefly who he is, his birth date. We can click on his name. And it's going to show us with the results up here that we have 5 biography articles about Gordon Corman, 7 news articles, a website, an image of him, a video about him, and 172 magazine articles. This is going to be drastically different than if we typed in Gordon Corman on the internet. We'll talk more about that next week. You know, we'd be getting thousands, if not millions, of results by typing in his name there. In this case, though, less is more. We really do love in this case that we have fewer results to look at. We know everything here is fact-checked, written by experts. We could use any of this information, no problem. I'm going to click on biographies. I also could scroll down just to look and see what's here. Like there's the image. Here it looks like the video is from the year 2016 where students meet Gordon Corman. They're always going to show you within any group, even though it says biographies 5, they'll show you the first 3 results. I'd have to actually click on biographies 5 to see all 5 of them. And it looks like I've got an article from 2004, 2010, 2004, 2018. Let's look at the 2018 one, just since it's the most recent. Looks like this one is actually just a list of things that he's written, which may or may not be very helpful. Maybe I'll look at this first one. This one says it's a biography, tells me it's 1,822 words. When I click on this, yeah, this looks maybe more like it's going to have some better information about his life. I can see here, you know, it's going to tell me when he was born. It's got some quotes from him. Before I actually begin to take notes, though, if I, start to skim this article and think to myself, yep, this would have some good facts for me, I'm going to go down to the very bottom of the screen here, very bottom of the article, and I am going to take a look at the source citation. This is important because I need to make sure that I'm giving credit to the sources that I'm using. If we were at school and we were taking time to put together a formal bibliography or a works cited page, we'd be taking time to put this together. We'd be alphabetizing everything. We'd make sure everything was in the right order. Just in doing this as distance learning, I know what your teachers are asking is for you to just keep track of these sources in a Google Doc and make sure that way they can see what database articles you used and everything else so that you have some sources to keep track of. What's great about the databases is that they have done these citations for you. They've put it all in the right order with the right spelling and punctuation and everything. So in this case, I can simply highlight it, copy and paste it into a document if I've already got a document open, which I don't. Or I can, if you see here, I can even export it to somewhere else. So I can export this to Google Drive. I can sign myself in here. And it's telling me it's going to be available. And it brought me to the wrong Google account. But now, if I go to my Google Drive, looks like it's created as the newest document, one that's simply titled Citations. So it has made for me a citations document and it's right there. So that's one option, one way that you can add to and make a list of your sources as you go through on these articles. Another option is that you can create your own document. And like I had shown you before, you can just copy and paste the citation that's made for you in the database right into the document that you've got. So I could have just copied and pasted it right here instead. Next week, I'm going to do a presentation on internet research, and we'll show you how you'll keep track of some of that information and add that to your document as well. Good luck with your research this week. Please get in touch with me if I can help you with any part of this, and we'll talk to you later.